Hello, I'm walking outside. Please pardon the background noise. There's a slight breeze. I hope it doesn't cause too much interference. But I want to talk a little bit about dero7. Who is dero7? Now, a few years ago, I was looking up some videos on UFOs and the Pleiadians, things like that, and I came across dero7's channel. And then I watched several of his videos. So I want to basically just talk a little bit about dero7. Who is this man? Now, it is my personal opinion that he's a New Age con artist. And everything I'm saying here, I mean in a spirit of charity, okay? I believe he's a New Age con artist. Psychopath Seer 2, I think, gave a brilliant analysis or critique of dero7. And I think there's a lot of truth in it. I don't agree with everything Psychopath Seer 2 teaches and believes because he's into Buddhism, Hinduism, stuff like that, but I think that his critique of dero7 is actually quite brilliant, and I think there is truth to it. Now, I don't know how anyone could look at dero7 and not see con artists written all over him. I don't know how anyone could possibly take him seriously on spiritual matters. And I'm not a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist, but it is also my personal opinion that he may be a psychopath because psychopaths hold you in contempt. They don't care if they rip you off, they just want your money, see? There are some good videos on what a psychopath is. I recommend people watch some of them. So a psychopath will have no qualms about ripping you off and taking your money. Psychopaths are manipulators. They tend to be charismatic and present a appearance and presence of being charming. See, they're charming people. And it's all facade. That's how they use people. And like I said, I don't have any proof he's a psychopath, but I think people should consider this and look into it. And be careful. Be careful. Now, I also hold the opinion that it is possible that dero7 is being used by a sinister force like the Illuminati or the CIA as an experiment in mind control. You people may very well be under mind control and not aware of it. I want you to be careful and to consider this. There is evidence that Jim Jones, the leader of the People's Temple cult, had involvement in the CIA and that this was a mind control experiment. And of course, it tragically resulted in suicide. So if dero7 tries to get you people to drink Kool-Aid or drink something of a suspicious nature, don't drink it. Be very careful. I'm not saying he's going to do that. I'm kind of being facetious here. But you people may be involved in the CIA or Illuminati mind control experiment and not aware of it. So take that into consideration. Now, Jim Jones also claimed to be in contact with higher beings from space. He claimed to be a channel of them, and that's what dero7 is doing, see? It's the same kind of concept. And also, please pardon me, I have so many ideas and I'm trying to organize them in my mind as we speak. I want to tell you people that you're not from another galaxy, you're not from space, you're not incarnate beings from space, you are human beings. And it's okay to be a human being, there's nothing wrong with that. Matter is not evil. You're human beings. Body and soul are created simultaneously at the time of conception. Matter is not evil. Matter is not evil. God created matter. His creation is good. You did not pre-exist. You are finite creatures created, soul and body together at the time of conception. And I think dero7's teachings are kind of a mixture of New Age, occult, theosophy, Gnosticism, and perhaps even witchcraft because he makes wands. Another thing is that this thing about astral projection, this does not exist. It does not occur in reality. It's a demonic and diabolical delusion in the mind. See, the demons will give you phantoms and visions in order to keep you in darkness and deception. Man does not have the ability to release the soul from the body. Only God has that power over man. And this happens once in the human life, and it's called death, the death process. When your soul actually your soul actually leaves the body, there's no activity, no brain activity. The body grows cold, and that's what actually happens when you leave your body. But when you are allegedly astral projecting, there's still all this warmth and activity in the brain and body, which indicates you're still there. So you haven't gone anywhere. This is a lie. It's a demonic deception. Only God has the power to release the soul from the body. And we are not spiritual beings having a human experience. We are human beings called to have a spiritual experience. We did not pre-exist. We are not God expanding in consciousness. God does not grow, develop, expand, or learn, or discover anything. He is pure actuality with no unrealized potentialities. We are not God. We are not infinite consciousness. We are not deity. We are human beings. Spiritual ascension is possible and available to humanity through the Orthodox Church, but that's the way to ascension according to God's terms. Teachings like dero7, New Age, occultic stuff, that's just all man-made, demonically inspired religions that lead to destruction of the soul. And no matter how proficient you people may become in meditation and manipulating energies and whatever you do, it's not going to benefit you one bit whatsoever at the time of your death. You will descend into Hades and your soul will be lost. I'm sorry, this is the truth. Telling the truth is an act of charity, and you people are deceived. You may be under mind control. Team Light is totally satanic, and I cannot believe you people could be so easily duped. One of the reasons why I think people are so easily duped in our day and age is because they lack critical thinking skills. I once talked to a former professor of philosophy from Harvard on the phone, and he told me that the high school system no longer teaches their students critical thinking. And that's why people today are so easily duped and brainwashed into these spurious religions and ideas. There's no way any person that has critical thinking ability, that has spiritual discernment, could possibly take dero7 seriously. It boggles my mind. I don't know how anyone could look at him and not see con artists written all over him. You people, you can't be serious. You cannot be serious. Can't you see it all over him, con artist? There's no spirituality here. This man is ripping you off. He's using you. And if he's a psychopath, he holds you in contempt. He doesn't care if he rips you off. This is about money and possibly mind control, and you people need to be very careful. And I don't have any proof he's a psychopath. It's my own personal opinion. He might be. And be aware that you may be under mind control, not aware of it. See, there's not only the New World Order, there's also going to be a new or one world religion of Antichrist. And the Antichrist is preparing the consciousness of the human race for falsehood through people in these UFO New Age cults, things like this. He's preparing people for Antichrist, conditioning them to accept falsehood. So when the real Antichrist actually appears and performs pseudo-miracles and false signs and lying wonders, people will run after him like, you know, he's some great superhuman extraterrestrial being or something like that. And people like dero7 and other cult leaders will just be a joke in comparison to the real Antichrist. So don't be deceived. You're being controlled, manipulated to accept falsehood. You've already been conditioned, programmed to accept falsehood. And this is all deception of the Antichrist. And I would encourage you people to use discernment, to pray to Christ for the truth, and use critical thinking ability as much as you have. Thank you. dero7 is a nice person and an entertainer. He's an entertainer, and I think that his belief system also has science fiction elements in it. And in some of his videos, he uses special effects, I think, to appeal to your emotions, to satisfy your need to be entertained. And this may be manipulation. I don't have proof, it's just my own idea, but you should be aware of that. People today want entertainers, they want to be entertained. They want flashy things. And he's telling you, I think, what you want to hear, that you're special, that you're unique. See, this is what happens when the me generation turns to religion. They want to be important. Another thing that concerns me is that, as you've probably observed, sometimes he wears sunglasses, and Jim Jones of the People's Temple also wore sunglasses. And I don't have any proof, but I have this idea that when people see a leader wearing sunglasses, it registers in their mind that this leader has legitimacy, that he's true and right. And sunglasses may be a form of mind control. Like I said, I don't have proof, it's just my own idea. Be aware of these possibilities, and I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you listening to this video. Please forgive me for the background noise. I'm not an eloquent speaker. I haven't eaten yet, so my thoughts are kind of scattered right now, but I really appreciate you listening, and I want you to read Orthodoxy and the Religion of the Future by Father Seraphim Rose. He critiques New Age movement, various UFO cults, transcendental meditation, tantra, yoga, pseudo-spiritual systems from the Orthodox Christian perspective. And he was a genius, Father Seraphim Rose. He also had a master's degree in Chinese. He was very well acquainted with Eastern religions, Buddhism. He read the Tao Te Ching in the original Chinese. This is a man that knows what he's talking about.